Gamers, ChuggerX here, and, well, it's a sad day on the Mystic Chicken server. At least it is for me, because in the parlance of elite Minecraft builders, I made a little boo-boo. Yes, you heard that right, a boo-boo. The boo-boo is behind me, that stone. I tested it in Creative World, but I didn't test it on a big scale, and I don't like it. It is cobble. It is cobbled derp slate, not cobblestone, but it's still cobble. I thought because it sort of blends in together better, it'd work better than other forms of derp slate. Nah. It's too mushy. It's just that blur, that camouflage, that sort of... I thought the lines would be a problem. They're not. I think this is much cleaner and much better. And maybe you think I'm crazy. Maybe I am crazy. Yeah, that other side has to go. So the sad thing I spoke about is this. Watch. My build is protected from TNT, even my own. And I think I can turn that off, but I'd be an idiot to turn it off. I'm going to have to mine all this down. So this is something that happens all the time in the life of a Minecraft builder. I'll take care of it off camera. As you can see, if I can get my direction right, the building's looking pretty good on this side, I think. That's the look I want. I want it to look like a professional office tower, or a bank, or a bunch of dentists and chiropractors might have their office. I don't know. So the lines are okay. I like the crispness of polished derp slate. Okay, not going to do it entirely off camera. I remembered to set up a beacon, and with haste 2, you can't insta-mine this stuff. Okay, now I'll do it off camera. Okay. I've been at this almost 15 minutes, almost done. Let's see if it works. I turned explosion protection off. This might be fun. Man. Put them too far apart. Okay, enough fun and games. Back to work. Let's turn claim explosions back on. Protected. Okay. I don't know if that applies to creepers or not, but I don't want to find out the hard way. Alright, it's down. That took less than 20 minutes. Haha. /WB to get a workbench. And I'm making my polished derp slate the old school way, 'cause frankly, old habits die hard. And it's not that slow. All right. Replacing the side. Partway done. I thought we'd talk a little bit while I did this, 'cause there's some interesting stuff about downtowns. In the United States, we have downtowns typically, where our skyscrapers are, our business districts, city government and such. It's not always the case, but Europe has things that are awfully similar to our downtowns, but different in other ways. Anyway, last episode I went on about foundations here and how you have to prepare. In real life, you have to do the same. New York City, for example, on Manhattan Island, the bedrock, a little bit different from our bedrock here in the game. I think it's granite. Comes up near the surface. It pops out of the surface and a few spots in Central Park. So they just dig down when they start an office building, socket or anchor the foundation into bedrock, and that's what holds up the building. All of that weight travels down reinforced steel pillars or columns into a foundation firmly socketed in bedrock. That's a great place to put a real skyscraper because they are quite heavy. What about Houston or New Orleans? New Orleans is a swamp. I have friends from southern Louisiana that say it's 1,800 feet of frog manure and mud before you find bedrock. Houston's not quite that, but it's way above bedrock. There's a lot of dirt and clay in Houston between the surface and bedrock. You could not effectively or economically mine down, excavate down to bedrock in Houston. And Houston has tall office towers. In fact, the world's tallest suburban office tower, which is about 80 stories tall, the Transco Tower, is in West Houston. New Orleans has some office towers. I suspect Florida, Dallas, and a lot of other places, they have the same problem. Bedrock is not anywhere near the surface. So what do? Well, decades ago, they learned that you could just build a building up to a certain height on the dirt and it'd be fine. But that's not very tall. If you want to go tall, you have to float your building in the mud. And yes, you heard me right. Skyscrapers in places like Houston and New Orleans are literally floating in the mud like a ship floats on the ocean. It is a displacement thing. A big, elaborate foundation has to be dug out, and it's almost always turned into a parking garage. Maintenance, machinery, but mostly a parking garage. But it is a great big, tough, reinforced steel concrete box down in the mud, and what it displaces in the dirt or mud, it provides the physics that holds up the massively heavy office tower above it. I thought that was interesting. Wah! Anyway, I think it's ironic I'm talking about foundations when that is my foundation. Okay, I'll go back to my grinding. See you in a bit. Alrighty. The mistake has been fixed. Took me over a half an hour, less than an hour. I think it was worth it. I like this look a lot better. Just a lot cleaner. Let's speed this up, and special thanks to Thomas E. for filming me. All right, whew. That part is finished. The building isn't, but all that stonework, at least up to our current height, is done. But let's take a look. So this is the side that has the glass and the quartz in. Looks pretty good. And I still have a lot of glass to place. But it's in. Got to figure out how tall to make it, how to cap it, put a roof on it, and then the shell will be done. We're almost there. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to wrap up this episode here. I'm a little disappointed we didn't finish, but who am I kidding? It's going to take quite some time to finish this baby. But we'll get the shell done certainly by next episode. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I appreciate it greatly. Helps out a ton. I'll see you next time. Take care.